The media says, the establishment media, the fake media, they say, oh, there's no censorship in social media. That's all made up. That's all fake. You and I know that that's not true. You and I know the truth is that the social media giants would love to shut us down. They would love to shut us up. They would love to shut him up more than anything else, and we can't let them. And that's why we need to step up now, and I think we need to say to them, here's the deal. Google, Facebook, Twitter, they've gotten these special deals from government. They've gotten a special giveaway from government. They're treated unlike anybody else. If they want to keep their special deal, here's the bargain. They have to quit discriminating against conservatives. You agree with that? No more. No more discrimination. It's that simple. That's all we're asking for. They ought to abide by the same principles of free speech and the First Amendment that this country embraces, that we love and call our own. And I don't think it's too much to ask for these huge tech platforms who've gotten rich off of our information, right? Off of our data, off of everything we've given them. They've gotten rich off of it. They've gotten rich off their special privileges from government. They want to keep those. They shouldn't discriminate. They shouldn't censor. They shouldn't shut us down. I want to thank the President again for his incredible leadership. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Thank you, Mr. President, for all that you do.
Tell it like it is, Josh Hawley. We are tired of the foul balls in left field. Let's change the game.
I represent Live Action. I'm the founder and president, and we are a pro-life organization which reaches millions of people every week with the truth about abortion and human dignity. We have been for 4 years banned from doing any advertising on Twitter, and they told us that in order to reinstate our accounts, we'd have to stop calling for the defunding of Planned Parenthood and stop sharing our pro-life content. Meanwhile, Planned Parenthood and other abortion groups continue to advertise. Last month, we were permanently suspended from Pinterest, and they accused us of spreading conspiracy theories and misinformation with our pro-life content with no evidence. And then news media groups picked up the narrative and spread it around. So this double standard and bias is a growing problem in big tech. Even though they say that they are politically neutral and they don't discriminate, they even testified before Congress and said that. So thank you so much to the administration and to you, Mr. President, for holding this very important summit. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. We are getting out the real news and the real numbers. Great day for the other social media.
2 months ago, we created a new White House tool to report social media bias, censorship, and discrimination. We saw you folks being taken off, and we fought on all of you. And many of you are back now, but many of the names, I won't mention your names, but some of you were taken off for absolutely no reason. I mean, in all fairness, some of you I could almost understand. I mean, some of you guys are out there. But even you should have a voice. But some of you deserve. Some of you. I mean, it's genius, but it's bad. I call Twitter a typewriter. That's what I really call Twitter. Because it goes on to Facebook automatically, and it goes on to Instagram, and it goes on to television. More so Fox than it does CNN. If it's something bad, they'll put it on. If I have a spelling deal, they will put it on. Donald Trump spelled the word "the" wrong, you know. He doesn't know how to spell "the." He spelled it "thi." You know, I couldn't care. Any kind of a punctuation mistake, they put it on. So I'm very, very careful. I'm actually a good speller. But everyone said the fingers aren't as good as the brain. But it is true. And it's incredible what it does.
That's right. The president tweets and everyone listens.
The corrupt establishment that you talked about and the mainstream media have told a lot of people in this room that the social media censorship and the banning that we're experiencing is all in our heads. They're gaslighting us with this lie. Let me tell you about a couple of people I represent in my law practice and the civil rights work that we do. David Horowitz is a great American who's a supporter of yours and has been in the movement for many decades. Well, Twitter abruptly deplatformed him one day, took him off, said he was banned, and then he complained, and then they let him back on. And then the next day, they did the exact same thing to him. That's not an accident. James Damore is another great American who I represent. Mr. Damore complained internally about Google's discriminatory practices against conservatives and pushed for more balance. Not only was he fired for daring to do that, but then these social media platforms use their platforms to humiliate him publicly, weaponize their platforms, and make sure that he could not get a job in Silicon Valley. That's a disgrace. But it goes beyond that. These social media CEOs have come to Congress in front of many of these members of Congress here, and they've lied about what they do. They've lied about the data theft. They've lied about the media manipulation. And they can't get away with that. Now, Senator Blackburn knows from what happened to her on Twitter that these companies are trying to stop the ordinary men and women who you represent from hearing their voices. I'm very concerned that they affected the outcome of the 2018 election, and if we let them do what they've been doing, it's going to affect the outcome of the 2020 election as well. So, Mr. President, thank you so much for inviting everybody here to talk about these issues, and we're all behind you joining the fight to make sure that every American's voice is heard. Thank you very much.
It's really incredible. You know, I've watched some of these scenes that have been taped and gotten through, talented people, by the way, but gotten through and gotten to the public, where you see the hatred of our party, of our people, of our voice. And you say, that's the collusion. It's a collusion between the Democrats and the media and social media and these platforms. It's a disgraceful thing. See, I don't think that the mainstream media is free speech either, because it's so crooked, it's so dishonest. So to me, free speech is not when you see something good and then you purposely write bad. To me, that's very dangerous speech. But now, by the way, the worst fakers of all are using fake news. I saw the other day on CNN, total fakes. I see on CNN, they go, fake news media has reported. No, they're fake news media. They've turned it around.
Wow, our president has exposed the fake news. Shine that spotlight.
And today I'm directing my administration to explore all regulatory and legislative solutions to protect free speech and the free speech rights of all Americans. That's you people in this room and a lot of people out there. We have a lot of people. We hope to see transparency, more accountability, and more freedom. That's on both sides. I am not speaking for our side, assuming I don't even know if you're on our side. You could be some of the most liberal people in the world in this audience, and that's okay. I don't care. But we're talking about for everybody. Big tech must not censor the voices of the American people.
Let's not forget the real story. Thank you, President Trump. Another home run.